Oh, no, just turn it on. And, yeah. Okay, so first question. There is an argument over the existence of the mind and what it is. Some people believe only the brain exists and it controls all of our behaviors/actions. What are your thoughts on the mind versus brain argument? How would you describe them?
Yeah, I guess, kind of what we were discussing earlier. I think there is a mind, and the brain is more a view of I view the brain as kind of an organ, and the mind is this, similar to the consciousness in the sense that it's more of a construct, where the brain is the actual physical organ, but the consciousness mind type thing is, is the way in which things are done. Other than that, I don't know too much about that. Going to the second question.
So, what do you think controls our behavior?
I do think that there is a sense of consciousness. It's this, like a theoretical, I don't know if it's hypothetical, but I think there is some sort of concept that governs our behavior. And, I don't think that is, it can't be controlled, it can't be analyzed too much. Like, I think it's something that's developed, and it takes a process in order to develop. So, I think that's it.
Third question: how would you define consciousness? Where does it begin?
Like I said earlier, I think it's a big process. It starts from the very beginning of life. I don't think all of a sudden, boom, it happens. You hit grade 12 and then boom, I have a consciousness. Now I can think for myself. I move out of my parents. No, but I think it's, your interaction with various experiences, your interactions with conducting various, actions yourself, develops a consciousness on how you are to think and act and behave. I think your consciousness always develops in that sense. So, yeah. Is that an A+ answer?
Completely.
Sweet.
4. What are your thoughts on Canada's educational system? How has it affected your life? What would you like to see change in the system?
I think Canada's education system is beneficial. I do think that the state has the obligation to promote free education, but in that sense, I think that there's still major things which the education system has to overcome, and in order to promote higher education, I think that comes more with a social viewpoint, which the education system can't correct. That comes with how you view life, how you view education, how you view your future. So I think if the Department of Education system was beneficial, they would try to advocate this, to view education as an investment, whereas now it's just it's kind of we go to school, we go to high school just because it's the thing to do. In some senses, I think it's almost viewed as daycare. But in that sense, I think whether or not you have a high education comes with your social interactions with the people around you. So your parents, your family, your friends. My dad's a prof. My mom was she was a teacher. What's it? She was a teacher's age. That she helped people with learning disabilities. So growing up, I had a huge you know, they forced, well, not forced me, but influenced me to spend a lot of focus on education. So in that sense, you know, I took advantage of a lot of educational opportunities. You know, I don't think my education would have been the same had it not been for the people around me, for sure. Yeah. So what would I like to see change in the system? Yeah, I mean, changing that social interactions with the people around you. I don't think the system can do that. That has to come with an overarching, you know, change within Canada. But I do think, you know, what could happen, especially in the post-secondary system, is a focus on post-secondary education as being more, you know, investment in your future than, you know, just something that you do with your friends and something that logically happens after high school. Yeah, I mean, I walk around the library and I see a lot of people just not taking things seriously at all. And, you know, even in classes, even in master's classes, you know, people on Facebook, people looking at other things, it's just like, you know, people are paying for this, you know, whether you like to believe it or not, education is subsidized, so you need to take this stuff seriously. And, you know, there I think post-secondary education can, you know, take a role. I don't know if that is by increasing tuition or it is by making entry requirements more strenuous or actually making courses more rigorous. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I think that's my viewpoints for the last day of the semester.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, sweet.